going. And last time they coughed it up, it led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense.
Well, every lineman knows the rule. You only get a 1-yard buffer beyond that line of scrimmage, and then the flag is thrown, and he got tagged for it there.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Wide open receiver complete.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
From just shy of midfield, Burrow looking middle, and it's incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead is knocked harmlessly to the turf.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And he comes back with one complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 30. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another 1st. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they can be set up with a 1st and goal.
He'll try to run this one in. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there. With his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Bengals have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead.
Extra point by McPherson up and good.
And Griffin, his guys take the lead here by a point.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Browns set and ready to go on offense.
And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers send the edge.
Throwing on 2nd down, Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long after that sack. What does Watson have in his arsenal? Now back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that will be incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the Bengals will take over here first and 10.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. This will be caught by his big wide receiver. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
First down, here's Burrow. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they got a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
And a quick throw here. That's complete. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Gun. Shot. 11 MT. Hey.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Here we go.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Now it's Burrow. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. It looks like they're going to utilize him on the backfield any way they can. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Here we go. Gotta go.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. This is intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Brownsons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
They set up the screen to Chubb. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Looking to throw again on second down. Watson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jair Alexander. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for the Bengals TD. That's a tough spot as a quarterback, Charles. You want to get rid of it, but you see what can happen when you do try to get rid of it with pressure.
And how about the pressure coming without them having to blitz? That's when you know things are clicking for your defense. And the end result, they end up gaining 6 points.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This fielded right at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Browns now going to take over late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. Fresh off the pick 6, it's Watson. His throw incomplete.
He'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
He finds his man, complete. It's Berry. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Now a first down throw. Watson.
He's going to drop this one down for Chubb.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Again, it's Watson. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Back to throw, Watson. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And it's taken in at the 9. 13
yards, the tally on the return there.
And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
And he's got his big tight end here. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Both these teams getting a chance to dry out, maybe change their cleats if need be. But halftime's just about over. Time to get back to it. And for the call of the second half, here's Brandon Gaudin.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. And the Bengal offense ready to go here to start the third quarter. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
To throw again on second down. Burrow.
And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
60 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Here's the option going right.
Now Burrow loses the football.
And this is picked up by the Browns. Look at the big man rumble. The 20. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they force the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
Burrow once again here on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his 2nd drop of the game. 83 yards receiving now for him on the afternoon as he's got a first down here. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Burrow looking to pass. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long, with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart, and his pride has kicked in. Made a terrific play.
Trucks over him. And good power running, but he's still going to be about a yard short. That'll give him 8 that time, and it'll be 4th down.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down, and he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a first down.
Broke the 1 tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. I love those plays. 4th and 1. That's who wants it more, this time the offense.
Yeah, there's a lot of hooting and hollering in there, right? A lot of contact and a lot of collisions as they try and find some space. Who's going to drop their hips, gain leverage, and move the other side backwards? We saw it there for the offense getting it done.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Bengals have broken our tie as they take the lead.
Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. He was able to pick up 6 yards there, so that leaves him with a 3rd and 13. From the gun, here's Watson.
It's tipped, but it doesn't matter. He still catches it.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Amari Cooper, 85 yards.
And the Browns are an extra point away from taking the lead. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And if you're looking for proof of his speed, Next Gen Stats shows that he was traveling just over 21 miles an hour there. Cincinnati set to take over once again. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do. So I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Burrow. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Yeah, this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Cincinnati. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter play. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. They go play action with Burrow. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Throwing again on 2nd down. Burrow throwing middle, and it's complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 37. Only 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
But plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to it? Maybe his rhythm is just off. He's got thrown off.
And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Browns are going to get it back here just past the 35. The Browns drive about to get started. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. Over the middle complete. That's Howard. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. They go up the middle with Chubb. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now it's Watson. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And a throw there going to be incomplete. those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
Here we go.
Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth-quarter lead. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball,
Here we go.
you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
And that ball going to be intercepted yet again. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. After the interception, here's Watson. That is caught inside the 5. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. That puts him in excellent position, first and goal after a gain of 19. Watson now to throw. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Browns get an important score there to extend their lead here this fourth quarter. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. There's still plenty of time here in the fourth quarter. Just a one-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage.
Here we go.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 24.
11 MT, take. 11 MT, take.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down. On 2nd and 10, Burrow. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20. A big play there on the catch and run. 58 yards.
Here we go.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Here's a give up the middle. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And quick throw here, that's complete. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
And that's a much-needed first down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a 4th down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here.
Touchdown! A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. And Burrow's going to look to throw for it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. And a failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. Here in the fourth quarter, defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
Here's Watson. That's out to Chubb, complete. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
Here we go.
And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. He's got room at the 30. Touchdown, Bengals! Bengals use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the fourth. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. Lead is up to 5. They certainly made quick work of that. Ultra quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see. Just one play resulting in the touchdown.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
The Browns set to take over. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Second and 6, just inside the 30. Watson. And incomplete on the deep ball. He was trying to get it to his tight end, David Njoku. And now it's third down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Out of the gun, Watson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big third down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
Desperation time. Watson on fourth down. And he finds Howard complete.
And he's going to pick up the Browns' first down as they wind up with a gain of 11 there on fourth down.
11 yards on the pickup, and it'll give the Browns a first down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. On 1st and 10, Watson.
Pass complete to Chubb.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. The Browns trying to get back and set quickly here. Time ticking away. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. 2-minute drills, they're tough enough, pressure-packed enough, and these elements makes it significantly tougher.
And you don't have the margin where you can say, okay, I can allow for certain things and maybe change up a little bit. Because it's a 2-minute situation, you've got to try and make the same plays you would make if the elements didn't exist.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 39. Wisely will throw that one away.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Here's Watson. Going out wide, finds Chubb.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Finds a man on a crossing route. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That third down conversion good for 23.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the first down. Got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have as well as they understand where they are on the field.
To throw, Watson.
Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow, wow.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the fourth quarter.
And, partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away. Well, that decision to me was all about pulling up the chart. You know, that beautiful chart that tells you when to go for 2, when to go for 1. I do love it. It helps you with your decision-making during heated times. And just look at it right here in this point of the game. Go for 2 and try and make it a field goal difference.
But now just up 1 makes the rest of this fourth quarter a little more interesting.
Yeah, they followed the chart. They just didn't get the 2 points on the board, did they?
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And he's going to pick up a first down here as that clock continues to run.
Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Burrow. That's complete to Chase. And quickly another first down, but tackled inbounds.
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Throwing, Burrow. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. And the Browns have just about sewn up this football game.
Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a 1-point victory.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout, but instead they needed